Recently, I've had some clients come to me who were arrested for driving under the influence, and the only thing in their body was their prescription medication. So they asked me, how can I even be charged? I don't understand how I can be charged with driving under the influence of taking my medication as prescribed. Sometimes medication I've been taking for 10 or 20 years. I'm not impaired, so they don't understand. So the question is, can you be charged with a DWI when the only thing in your body is your prescription medication? And the answer is unfortunately, yes, you can be charged. So the answer of the question, can you be charged with a DWI for just prescription medication, was yes. But the interesting question is, should you be charged? And the answer to that is no. If you've been charged with the DWI solely for prescription medication that you've been taking as prescribed, do not plead guilty. Do not fail to talk to a lawyer who's a DWI specialist, because we're here to help you fight for your rights and help you not plead guilty to a DWI, especially when all you've done is taken your medication as prescribed. So the reason you don't want to just plead guilty to a DWI because an officer has accused you of driving under the influence of prescription medication, even if they took blood and it came back positive for a benzodiazepine by chance. If that's your prescription medication and you're taking it as prescribed, the reality is you're not impaired. The reality is you need that medication just to be at normal level. Some people are on Xanax. Just because Xanax is in their system doesn't mean they're impaired. They need the Xanax to be normal. They're driving better because of the Xanax, frankly. So do not plead guilty and feel like you need to plead guilty just because a police officer says that you're driving under the influence, because it doesn't mean that you are. And if you hire the right law firm who knows how to beat these types of cases, you'll be well taken care of and your rights will be restored. Another thing that's really important in these kinds of cases is chances are you either came into contact with a law enforcement officer that really doesn't understand prescription medication, and they probably drew blood. And just because they think they have an impaired driver, they're going to assume they do and charge you with the crime. And in the blood test, it says your prescription medication is there, of course. And many people, many lawyers, don't know how to beat a blood test. Many lawyers think if they see a drug in the blood, they need to plead their client guilty. And that is just not true. That is so not true that I've only done it one time in 20 years. And that's because the video showed my client literally impaired. It was so obvious that she was impaired. Only one time, because that is the law firm that we are. We do not want you to plead guilty when all you're doing is driving and driving on your prescription medication. You're not impaired, and that's what the law says they need to have against you, impairment. So don't give up. Hire the right law firm and hire our law firm if you really want someone who knows how to beat these types of cases.